So there was a glitch tonight on screen as Logan Paul was making his way to the ring. And look at this. This is really interesting. Watch the LED poster board here. Now you can see at the start the words are there. There's no reason to change anything. Then all of a sudden, all the characters disappear. And then all these random characters emerge. There's seemingly no sense in what they're actually saying here. But they do eventually go back to saying what they originally said. I don't know why you would do that. Do I think this is something? Well, yes, because why else would you do it? Why would it be random? It doesn't advertise the T-Mobile Arena in the way that you'd want it to. I mean, we're talking about it, maybe that's what they wanted, but it doesn't do what they would accomplish by taking the characters off screen when it's on shot. A lot of people are asking, is this somehow related to the Wyatt Sicks? And honestly, it's impossible to decipher. But note the first word here. You've got, what, yellow, jello, you've got kello, and then you even got Zello. What that means, I've got no idea, but it does rhyme with the word hello. While all the other characters are changing, that one seems to have a rhythm to it. And if it is, well, the Wyatt Sicks glitches started with the word hello. So, is this something? Is this nothing? You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. I made sure to include the video because I think it's important for this one if you are going to try and decipher it. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. This is things you might have missed from WWE RAW. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. So Seth Rollins' new faction would kick off Monday Night Raw this week. Bron Breakker and Paul Heyman by his side. We wondered what the dynamic of this group would be. Well, they came out to Seth Rollins' music, establishing Seth as the leader of this new faction. Really not a surprise. But then all that's left is to explore the character of Seth Rollins in this role. And WWE did a really good job of telling us that with the emergence of Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn coming down, confronting Seth, saying, like, how long have I known you? Me and you go way back. And you know what? You're just a hypocrite. You didn't dislike CM Punk. You didn't dislike Roman Reigns. You just wanted it all to be about Seth. Now, you're the exact same. Now the future's all about Seth Rollins and only Seth Rollins. You even have the wise man over your shoulder. Well, Seth would make Sami Zayn an offer tonight that he had to answer by the end of Raw. Leave Raw. Be traded to SmackDown. And that was something we saw playing out throughout the night. With Sami not knowing what to do, there was a devil in his ear. Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman would come to Sami Zayn and say, look, be traded to SmackDown as of this Friday, and you'll receive the winner of the Undisputed Championship match between John Cena and Randy Orton. A guaranteed championship match awaits Sami Zayn on Friday nights. Now that sparks my interest because who is it on SmackDown that would be traded to Raw for Sami Zayn? And why does Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins want them so badly? Is that the next member of this Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, Bron Breakker group? Maybe? Another really nice touch tonight was the involvement of Karrion Kross. This isn't the first time Karrion Kross has tried to be the devil on the shoulder of Sami Zayn, and it made sense tonight for him to tell Sami Zayn to make the right choice. Well, after talking to Jey Uso, Sami Zayn would say no to Seth Rollins, saying that he will be WWE champion one day, but it won't be because of Seth's favours. And with the Fireflies out for the main event, Sami Zayn, well, he didn't survive Bron Breakker, as Breakker just annihilated Sami Zayn, with Seth Rollins saying it didn't have to be this way. The master manipulator that is Seth Rollins at work. A lot of people looking at this, though. The throat cut by Seth Rollins, the same thing The Rock did. Is there a connection with Seth's group and The Rock? I am genuinely so intrigued by this storyline, so intrigued by the characters within it, and so interested in the development of Bron Breakker in this group. It feels like nobody is safe. It feels like there is an agenda that we don't know about yet. Although Paul Heyman did say during the show multiple times tonight that Bron Breakker is the key to whatever plan that they have. Roxanne Perez versus Rhea Ripley was the first match of the night. Really good match. Worth noting, Rhea Ripley once again using the Razor's Edge. This is a move she has used before, but now it seems to be a move that she uses more commonly. Obviously a tribute to Razor Ramon, but also the move of her terror twin, Damian Priest. After a weekend of speculation online, Julia would emerge and Julia would attack Rhea Ripley, costing Roxanne the match. But what this does is obviously bring out Io Sky, and we've established Julia and Roxanne as a team going forward. That's interesting. And Rhea and Io going to be forced to work together. That's really interesting also. If this is indeed a full-time call-up for Roxanne and Julia, do you know what? Good. Honestly, I'm very excited. I think both of these women are super talented. Both of them totally deserve it. Very interested to see what they do, especially as a team. Logan Paul was advertised and on Raw tonight, and we wondered what he was going to say when he came out talking about the fact he beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania, and now the only thing he hasn't done is win a world championship. So out come the world heavyweight champion, and props to Jey Uso. Michael Cole confirming the kid in the front row who got the yeet glasses had beat cancer to be here at Raw tonight. So props to Jey. You can see what it meant to the kid, see what it meant to his dad. Great moment. But Jey wasn't running away from Logan Paul. He said that the fire was lit underneath him when he watched Gunther bloody his brother in front of him, and that fire is never going out. He said the world title is not something to be given, it's something to be earned. And then he laid Logan Paul out with a super kick. So what are we thinking? Is this the match for Backlash? Interesting first feud for Jey Uso, especially if you're one of the people who dislike Jey Uso as WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Because if you don't like Jey Uso, you probably hate Logan Paul more. So it's a great way to establish a babyface Jey Uso. Very cool. A-Town Down Under would have a segment during the commercial break where it seemed like Grayson Waller had set up him and Theory for a tag match next week, and it turned out he hadn't. He selfishly got himself a singles match. So Grayson Waller in singles action next week, and Theory didn't look too happy about it. Note though, during this, Theory did act like a babyface. Are they finally going to do the split between A-Town Down Under? A really cool moment tonight for the Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria, as Becky Lynch would talk about the actions of last week and the heel turn. She would confirm she was responsible for attacking Bayley at WrestleMania. She didn't want there to be a whodunit or a murder mystery. She wanted to openly admit that she attacked Bayley, because Bayley's been attacking her for 6+ years, and now Becky Lynch is taking back control. Lyra would come out though, and Lyra, my God, what a promo from Lyra, confirming that women in the locker room had warned her about Becky Lynch, including Bayley. So maybe there's truth in what Becky says, but then saying to Becky, I'm going to be a better person than you. I already know I'm a better wrestler. The two would brawl. Lyra would get the upper hand. Yes, Becky would get that fundamental shot in at the end when Lyra's back was turned. But the match seemingly is going to be made for Backlash. Becky versus Lyra for the IC title. I'm down for this. I hope this is where Bayley returns. Bayley costing Becky the Intercontinental title makes a lot of sense. It makes their feud mean more going forward. And Lyra beating Becky is genuinely a very big deal. A video package for Rusev tonight, as Rusev confirmed AEW is the Abyss. Technically, oh God, that's going to go over well. The promo did a really good job of reminding you who Rusev was in WWE, but then also establishing what he wants to do now. It was so calmly spoken that you know the aggression behind Rusev is there, but he doesn't need to be aggressive. He doesn't need to be angry. He's just soft-spoken, and the fact that he's going to basically be the perfecter. He's going to fix people as like he was fixed by himself since his time away from WWE. What that means is wrestlers who are wasting their potential, like the Alpha Academy last week, will fall victim to Rusev. That is genius, because it's basically a carbon copy of the Redeemer character in AEW, but hopefully with better booking. A hard-hitting tag team match tonight as Judgment Day members Finn Balor and JD McDonagh would take on the War Raiders. JD McDonagh's first match since his return. The War Raiders would pick up the win. Of course, this was caused by Carlito distracting the referee, allowing Penta to take out JD McDonagh. So are we going to do New Day versus the War Raiders again? The match tonight was made by Liv Morgan, again without the knowledge of Finn Balor. Finn and JD having that conversation with JD confirming he didn't tell Finn about his return last week. In fact, he told Dominic Mysterio. I'm sure Finn Balor didn't really like that. Liv making this match because Finn is not currently a champion. Honestly, you can kind of see the look in Finn's face a little bit. Finn doesn't want the tag belts. I think at this point, Finn wants Dom's IC championship, right? Can we also talk about how savage the New Day was on commentary for this match? Like, OMG, they called Eric bald. They called Ivar fat multiple times. They would talk about JD's neck, Ivar's neck, Eric's neck, and say, you know, they returned from neck injuries, obviously a shot at Big E. WWE should totally have the New Day do commentary more often because that was fun. Stephanie Vaquer would pick up the win tonight in a match with Ivy Nile. Gotta be honest as well, absolutely cooked. Both women, Ivy and Stephanie, looked $1 million in this match. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It looks like we could be getting AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio. Okay, I'm down with that. It's a pretty decent match. But bigger news, Liv Morgan is going to be taking a few weeks off as she's going to be starring in a Hollywood movie. Yes, get in, Liv, you totally deserve it. Who expected this insanely cool promo from Pat McAfee tonight on Raw, talking about the attack last week from Gunther? Genuinely very, very great promo. Pat McAfee talking about when he dies, he wants to be remembered as someone who made the world a better place for multiple different reasons, but he was standing up for the GOAT, Michael Cole. And when you touch his boy, that's it. Gloves come off. He asked for SmackDown's version of Adam Pearce to come to the ring, Nick Aldis, and he said he wants to fight Gunther. Well, Nick Aldis had already spoken to Adam Pearce about this, and while he can't ultimately let that fight happen, he can make it a match, a WWE sanctioned match at Backlash. This promo encapsulated everything that Pat McAfee would want to get across. His passion for his friends, his business, his career, and his love of wrestling. Serious question though. Pat McAfee spoke about, standing up for his boy. Do you think Michael Cole's going to get involved in this match at Backlash? Oh my God. I mean, let's be fair. We're not expecting Pat to win this thing, are we? Really? Pat's going to die. He is. Thoroughly enjoyed tonight's show. I thought it was a really good show. I thought the promos were great. I thought Lyra and Pat McAfee had great showings tonight with their segments. Rusev's as well was great. For me, very solid 9 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace!